Hello, my name is Haley Darden. I'm a graduate student at Liberty University, and this is my Bridging the Gap presentation. The goal of this presentation is to inform administrators of their role in bridging the gap of technology innovation in the school systems. Rogers 2003 describes adopter categories and uses them to describe the members of a system and their willingness to innovate. The first category is the innovators, and they are open to the experience of new innovation. They are therefore prepared for successes and failures. These are the people who seek out new innovations. The second category is the early adopters. They are more likely to hold leadership roles within the system, and people often come to them with questions. Early adopters' attitudes towards innovation are super important. Next, we have the early majority. These are the social people, but not the leaders within a system. They often think about their decisions before reacting and will neither be the first nor the last to adopt an innovation. Next, the late majority. The late majority is about 1/3 of all members in the system, and these are the people who usually wait until most people have adopted an innovation. They are influenced by peer pressure. Finally, the laggards have a more conservative view, making them more skeptical to innovations and change. They take lots of things into consideration before making a decision, including past decisions, which means that their own decision-making period is prolonged. All of these adopters are critical in the making of a system. The innovators in the system would be the ones who seek out the new technology. These people would be the specialists, eager to learn and transform the educational system. The early adopters will be the administrative team. These will be the leaders of the school, where people will come to with questions. It is extremely important that the administrative team be positive about the upcoming innovation, as their attitude sets the groundwork for any situation, including adoption. Finally, the early majority would represent the teachers. Teachers often think long and hard about their decisions on innovation and can even offer a new perspective that principals cannot. Rogers 2003 uses the word deliberate when describing the early majority, and I feel like that is just what teachers are. Teachers think long and hard about decisions and how they will affect students and themselves before they implement them. In this scenario, I consider teachers the disciples that Christ appointed to spread his word. Teachers are appointed by the principals to spread innovation throughout their school. Like Christ, it is important that principals and administrators' attitudes and hearts are in the right place. The best way to lead is by example, and principals have the perfect opportunity to do so, especially when bridging the gap with technology innovation. There will inevitably be some teachers or other stakeholders who would fall into the late majority or laggers category. Particularly for the late majority, professional learning communities could be utilized to offer trialability on the innovation as well as dynamic working conversations among teachers within the same discipline. Although Rogers 2003 notes that the late majority is often influenced by peer pressure, professional learning communities could be seen as a positive version of peer pressure where teachers could gain insight from other teachers that they may not have perceived otherwise. Everybody knows a laggard, the seasoned teachers of the school who are not subject to change. These teachers may require other professional development opportunities to get them on board with the innovation adoption. This could mean attending workshops or even allowing them PTO to attend other teachers' classrooms and see the innovation in action. It will not be impossible to reach the laggards, but it will require some creativity. Just like in Matthew 18:12, when Jesus describes leaving the 99 to rescue one, it is important that as administrators, we not leave the laggards and late majority behind. Offering extra opportunities for these teachers to get on board is important in the whole system transitioning to innovative technologies. When thinking of bridging the gap, my heart is immediately drawn to Ezekiel 22:30, when God said, "I looked for someone among them who would build up the wall and stand before me in the gap on behalf of the land so I would not destroy it. But I found no one." God calls us to stand among the gaps so that systems are not destroyed. He calls administrators and teachers to bridge the gap of student learning so that minds are not lost. As educators, we can help bridge the gap of technology innovation to our students and teachers by showing grace, patience, and positivity. Here are my references, and thank you for viewing my presentation.